The blast was meant to be deadly. Police safely detonated one of the explosives they say James Holmes used to booby-trap his home. Investigators say it was a lethal web of tripwires, shells, and plastic bottles filled with flammable liquids. Bomb squad experts used a robot to disable another one of the explosives.
It was an extremely dangerous environment. If a neighbor or an unassuming pedestrian would have walked in that door, or God forbid a first responder, they would have sustained significant injuries and or lost their life.
Investigators plan to look for mail, computers, anything that can explain why, according to police, the accused gunman calmly entered the cinema in full armor and fired round after round into terrified moviegoers.
I thought he was going to kill me. That was really the thought in my head, was he was going to just, I was in agonizing pain, and I thought he was just going to put the gun to my head and kill me.
Inside the apartment, authorities found packages suggesting Holmes had amassed an arsenal in recent months that included a rifle, shotgun, and 2 semi-automatic handguns he used, as well as 6,000 rounds of ammunition he bought over the internet. Authorities say all were bought legally, and that's led to new calls for a crackdown on gun ownership.
We want people to say, we've had enough of this, and we need gun laws in this country. Right now, we don't have the gun laws we need. What kind of a culture are we living in where someone can go into a movie theater and mow down a bunch of people? If that doesn't get people upset, nothing will. And we need more than sympathy and condolences from our presidential candidates. We need leadership.
It is the latest in an unending series of deadly shootings in America. There was Fort Hood, Virginia Tech, and of course, Columbine High School. Here in Littleton, Colorado, a few towns away from Aurora, 2 boys gunned down 12 fellow students and a teacher in 1999. That set off a national debate about the nation's permissive gun laws. It's not that Americans don't ask the hard questions, they just tend to come up with the same answer. The right to own a gun trumps concerns over what some people will do with one. A local group, Rocky Mountain Gun Owners, said it's not the guns that are to blame, but the gunmen. They said the victims of this heinous act will not be comforted by being exploited for political gain by elected officials. Police believe they know how Holmes amassed his arsenal, but they're still piecing together the puzzle of what led him to use it in the massacre in the movie theater. John Hendren, Al Jazeera, Aurora, Colorado.